I've seen results in a year that I didn't get in 3 years. I'm a completely different person. I look at photos and it's like I look older. I look unhappy. Of course, it's changed everything outside of my life because when you're confident, you're happier, you're more supportive of other people because you're happy with yourself. Being able to do more things with my daughter and also being able to show her a healthy lifestyle as well. I was at another gym and I just felt like I wasn't really dedicating myself to it. And I was also doing like the same routine for quite a long time and I just wasn't really getting the results that I wanted. I had lost a bunch of weight and I wanted to really tone up and really dedicate myself. So then I had just seen Lift Labs on Instagram and I saw everyone kind of sharing it and it looked more like young and just something fresh. And so I just came in and met Bree and the rest was history. And I wanted something different. One thing that really stood out to me was the hip thrusting machines and just different machines that I hadn't been using elsewhere. So it was enticing to kind of switch up my routine. So yeah, and I was really happy when I came in because there were a lot of different things that I hadn't used before. Yeah. Really smooth. We did that and then I think we honestly started working out the next day and we went right to like 4 days a week. So right from the get-go, we were going like every day, 4 days. And I think we do 5 now. I think we graduated to 5 after like 2 weeks of training. One, I just don't understand how people can go and train for half an hour. So I find a lot of gyms, they'll have half an hour training sessions. So by the time I would really start, it was finished. Coming here, training for an hour was really big for me. I've seen results in a year that I didn't get in 3 years. And that's not to knock the other trainers. My mindset wasn't there either, right? You can't go to the gym and then eat crappy food, not tell your trainer, and really not put in the dedication while you're doing the movements. You're only fooling yourself. So for me, personal training, I'm held accountable. I've already paid for the session. If I don't show up, I lose out. I feel like crap about myself that day. I wish I could just go in and have my own routine and do that, but I'm not, so I know what works for me. I just found the hour was top notch for me. Well, I've gotten very lean. I just look at my before photos and even at that point, I was oh, I felt fit and toned at that point and now I look and I'm just oh my gosh, I was so fluffy in those photos. I feel so happy being considered a fit, strong person now because 5 years ago, I was never that, ever. Obviously, it's mostly me coming in and doing the dedication, but I would not be here without kind of coming to this gym in this last year, I think. And I just have more energy and I'm stronger. I see muscles in my back, my shoulders, everywhere. So it's such a good feeling. I'm in the best shape of my life. So it's wonderful. I'm just so proud of being able to do things that I never thought I'd be able to do before, right? So chin-ups and the ab wheel, I remember not even being able to go down at all, just being out of breath and just feeling so out of shape. When I don't work out, I feel cloudy. I look forward to working out every single day as part of my day. So yeah, it's really helped me outside of the gym, building my confidence, being held accountable and knowing that I'm a part of something. I get to be there every day. I look forward to it. And of course, it's changed everything outside of my life because when you're confident, you're happier, you're more supportive of other people because you're happy with yourself. Being able to do more things with my daughter, and also being able to show her a healthy lifestyle as well, right? If you go from working out to not working out, you really feel the difference physically and mentally, you're depressed, right? I love coming here. Everyone's super friendly. I really feel most people kind of feel a part of a community, which is what you want, right? You want to feel a part of something and you see everyone's transformations. And yeah, I've always felt super comfortable working out here, whether it's by myself or with Bree, it's always a super welcoming environment. I do love the hip thrust because that's something I've never seen at any other gyms. I love the music. I do love the leg press. I find there's a lot more machines here to build your back and your shoulders. The lat pull downs is something that I wasn't doing before. Actually, I will say the warm-ups before the workouts are wonderful. You can get a really good burn just from warming up. And I've learned those little techniques now. So, you know, during COVID or like if something else happens, you kind of can take like those little techniques if you don't have a lot of machines at home and still be active. Bree, I love Bree. She's like my favorite girl. I feel like I always build like a friendship with my trainers and previous to her as well. But they really are like your therapist as well as your personal trainer. And yeah, she's also become a friend. And so I've been working with her for a year now, and I've had many friends who I've referred to her, partners who I've referred to her. And so she's wonderful, and I would always refer her, always. I look forward to seeing her every day. I love the programs that Bree does because I feel like we're always doing something different. Like it's never super repetitive, but at the same time, you get to know your movements. So like my form is 100% better, and I give that to Bree and like Lift Labs because that was one thing I needed help with. I think you need to get your session in with her before she's booked because summer's coming soon. I get up out of bed and I'm here for 7:30 every single day, Monday to Friday. So I feel like that speaks volumes. I would say work out with her. Ali, before starting working out here, made excuses as to why I would blow off a gym session, really not put in my full effort when I'm there, insecure in like coming in by myself and working out and knowing what to do, right? And so since then, because I've held myself accountable and I know that like you're only fooling yourself if you're not putting the full effort when you're working out here, I feel like I've achieved something every time I leave. I don't feel guilty because I'm not eating crappy, because I know that it's not gonna do anything for me coming here and faking it, right? So I've really grown in truly like wanting to better myself, because before I would make excuses even while I was still training, and I honestly think because I just wasn't getting the results. Like I was going in for half an hour and it was taking so long. And honestly, I look back at photos now, I don't even recognize myself. Like even previous to starting my fitness journey, previous to working at other places, it's like I'm a completely different person. I look at photos and it's like I look older. I look unhappy. It's true. Like I look like 20 years older. And I just think that comes from like just being more sure of yourself and being confident, right? It takes a lot sometimes to go into a gym if you're not fit, or if you don't, look like a Barbie going in with Lululemons or whatever. And I've been there before. And so, you just have to start somewhere. And I feel like everyone is really kind of shy when they start. And it really depends on where you go, if they build that confidence and you build that trust with them. And Lift Labs has definitely done that for me.